welcome. I'm so excited for my weekly TV show, which is now going to be the first episode, and I get to see you all here on this first episode, which is called Heal Without a Pill Method, absolutely to embrace holistic healing and design your holistic healing. So I'm so excited, and I cannot tell you, today is January 14th. Hello. Who are you joining here? Please make sure you have pen and paper, because I'm going very direct, and we are going to be very on the new journey here on the holistic healing. So please know I'm so excited. In fact, I cannot hide my joy, my excitement to welcome you all on my first episode of my weekly TV show, which is going to happen every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. East Coast. And I welcome you all to Heal Without a Pill, my TV show, weekly TV show. So today, absolutely, I'm taking this a minute or two for all of you who are joining me live here. And obviously, I also welcome everyone who will be watching this later as recordings. So this is exciting time, January 14, 2020. I cannot tell you how this coincidentally came so beautifully, spiritually, how it coincidentally came beautifully, spiritually, that today is actually, we call the sun starts going from South Pole to North Pole, called Sankranti. Sankranti is the festival that actually we celebrate as the sun starts from South Pole to North Pole, and this is such a perfect time to begin this show. And this is weekly show, which will run annually, obviously. So again, I want to share this wonderful aspect here, that I'm super excited, I'm super joyous to connect with you on this platform and share my wisdom and my expertise for 26 years that I'm helping people design their holistic health. So bear with me with excitement and such joy if I little get here and there in terms of my languaging, because English is not my first language. Well, so let's start. I was explaining you January 14, 2020, the first episode I'm kicking here for designing your holistic health on this TV show, weekly Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. We will meet here live for definitely designing tools, strategies, techniques, embracing holistic health, which is so important, So again, as I said, today it's coincidentally came spiritually wonderful time, because you know what, where intention is pure, I always say success is there. When intention is pure, the success is there. Those are my lines, your holistic health mentor. When intention is pure, success is there. So that means I decided Tuesday 10:30, 14 January 2020, I am doing this weekly Tuesday 10:30 a.m. my TV show, helping my wonderful tribe here, the community, design their holistic health. And coincidentally, spiritually, the day and time came so perfect, because this is traditionally we celebrate Sankranti, which means we are actually now celebrating the sun going from South Pole to North Pole. Perfect timing. So I welcome you. Let's dig in. So I'm here to support you as your holistic health mentor, Dr. Lina Thakar, Ayurveda doctor. For last 26 years, I'm helping entrepreneurs, groups, individuals absolutely reverse their chronic sickness, reset their balance, restore their health, improve the energy, absolutely reverse the chronic sickness, reduce the prescription medicine with improved health, with holistic healing. As your doctors watch, they will help you reduce your medication, and obviously definitely relieve pain, come out of that sad and confused and depressed mindset. And this is what I live, I breathe, and this is what I do for my entire life. So that is why I'm just introducing you myself here, and I'm so happy so many of you joining here. So let's talk about the first episode, which is healing anxiety. The first episode for the part 1 is healing anxiety. So if you are here, absolutely, to make sure that you don't want to depend on just pill for every ill approach, the conventional method. We don't want to just depend on chemical based healthcare. We do not want to reach out for that over counter medicine for sleep or anxiety, or even have specific way going into the chemical aspect of just taking pills. Then you are right at the right place, because here on this absolutely TV show and my tribe that you are all part of now, members, we are discussing taking control of our own health, develop self-care practices so that our health improve on so many layers, body, mind and soul, that obviously you do not have to depend on pills. In first place, we can prevent chronic sickness, prevent life-threatening conditions, prevent that energy fluctuations, obviously. But if you are struggling right now in any of these areas, you can definitely start reversing with simple natural methods, which I am guiding you. So let's talk about this right away. And first episode is absolutely holistic remedies for healing anxiety. And I'm so happy that in this tribe, in this membership program, you are actually posting your concerns, you are posting the topics you need help with. And I cannot tell you how absolutely I'm there to support you in specific way, in specific of these areas that you have shared on our group that you need support with. And the first thing I've decided to, let's talk about anxiety, healing anxiety. So let's absolutely understand, and I'm again recapping here, that this is not medical program. It is licensed medicine in India, but outside India, over internationally, this is integrative approach to wellness, healthcare. So make sure you understand every tip, every strategy, every discussion will happen on this weekly show. And also in our tribe group, it is to support you take control of your health, embrace natural healing methods, and absolutely design your holistic health so that you improve your health, or someone who you are supporting in your family, friends. And obviously with that, your medical doctors will observe that and they improvement, and they will help you reduce the medication if you are already on prescription medicine program. So please do not confuse that this program is to replace your medical program. No, this is not going to replace your medical program. But please know that the lifestyle I live, and the lifestyle and the program and the healing and absolutely my institute office-based support that I have in Ayurveda healing, holistic healing. I'm doing this 26 years, more than 2 decades now, and obviously living this lifestyle. So you can definitely embrace these wonderful tool strategies. I am guiding you as your holistic health mentor, and you will see improvement significantly in so many areas that your medical doctors will absolutely support you and help you reduce your medication. And I know one of our member here actually have reduced from 5 medications to 1 medication, and I'm so good of her, because this is the way to go. So we will be talking about healing anxiety. This is episode number 1 and part 1 of healing anxiety, which is absolutely what I say is holistic remedy, holistic health plan that I will be guiding you. So understand that anxiety is a first step in imbalance. Okay, anxiety is a first step in imbalance. So I want to guide you first, or even point you first, that again, anxiety, if it's a medical condition, seek your doctor, because this program is not the scope of medical program outside India, over internationally. But obviously anxiety is a state of imbalance. Anxiety is a state of imbalance. Anxiety is a state of mind, and that's where we can help improve our health on so many layers. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But that's obviously we can definitely start improving our health, that you will feel calmer. But not only you will feel calmer, but understand holistic healthcare has such wonderful benefits, holistic healing, that you go in one area to improve your health, but continuously you will be improving on so many levels, right? Because holistic health is holistic health. That means you are actually not only heal anxiety, but you are going to feel better. You are going to feel calmer. You are going to feel better sleep, better energy. The weight can balance, hormones can balance. You have right appetite. You would have definitely, a sense of joy, you would have sense of really balance. And so many of my clients say, we found my new health, you find my new health. So let's talk about that, as I want to repeat here and remind here that the tribe and people who are watching this episode, the first episode that I'm so excited about, is to make sure that we are not depending only on pills, drugs, chemicals, and absolutely pill for every ilk approach of healthcare, but literally take control and design our holistic health. So let's talk about that. I'm just making sure you guys are watching me, because someone just posted that they are not able to see me. So hopefully you are watching me, because I see. Please give me some thumbs up, give me some, some maybe love signs, maybe some, energy aspect that you can absolutely show me that you are watching me and I can understand this is live. And yeah, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. So let's go into the topic today. Okay, so anxiety is called chinta, okay, CHINTA. Please understand, this is Ayurvedic healing, Ayurvedic healthcare, Ayurvedic medicine in India, as I said, but here it is going to be Ayurveda holistic healing, integrative approach to healthcare. So this is Sanskrit based, and that's why sometime I will be using original words. So this is authentic and this is coming from the source. It is authentic and it is coming from the source. And sometimes I will have to use my glasses, so give me a second, because I cannot many times read your comments without my glasses. So absolutely, yeah, thanks Priscilla, absolutely, thanks so much. So let's go into talking this this important topic. We start healing. So anxiety on day-to-day basis, we are all experiencing, right? Because of the modern lifestyle we are in. But we want to understand that, first of all, I always say protect the health. Prevention is so important. But in the place where we all are struggling with some kind of concerns, health issues or anxiety, that's where we want to take control of, in a way that we start balancing health in natural ways. So let's talk about that and let's start this conversation right away. So making sure, basically, as I say, you need to understand and write down what struggles you have right now. Is it the part of anxiety that you are experiencing just as anxiety, or are you having already some other health concerns like migraine headache, maybe IBS issue, maybe weight issue, maybe hormonal imbalance? So it's not just anxiety, it can be obviously a part of something else that you are experiencing as imbalance. Make sense? So understand that first thing is you need to kind of look at what is my struggle here. If I'm having low to moderate level of anxiety, or day to day my anxiety levels disturb my productivity in the day, my workflow, my relationship, then I want to look into whether it's just because of my lifestyle, my diet, my general way of living, obviously as we all are in the modern lifestyle, or is it a part of also because I am already struggling on some kind of a health issue right now, which also absolutely anxiety is a part of that, which comes with that as well. So you need to kind of look into what are the struggles you are looking at. Again, I want to repeat here, if you are looking into that, we don't want to just depend on completely just medications, but let's start talking about the key tool strategies, holistic healing for healing anxiety. And we are going to go into the 3 episodes. This is the first episode, obviously, and I was explaining the anxiety can be on 3 layers. Physical layer, we are going to talk about that in a minute. Mental and emotional layer, we are going to talk about in that also. And then we're going to talk about spiritual level, why anxiety has such important struggle in our health basically. Are there any spiritual factors that we need to discuss? And that is why it is holistic health, my friends, my tribe, because we are going to address the root cause of the anxiety. Okay, we are not just going to get into the healing and and practices and remedies. We want to start understanding the root cause of where it's coming from. What is the source, right? What is the source? And that is why we want to understand whether it's just the physical overstimulation. I'm going to guide you that in a minute. Whether it's going to be mental and emotional struggles that I am carrying as toxins, which are obviously coming as anxiety layers in my day-to-day practice, absolutely limiting my productivity, my relationship affects, and every area is affecting. And third thing, sometimes everything is going well. You have a wonderful job, your relationships are good, you are having very awareness with the foods and everything, but still you are experiencing anxiety, and that we will want to look into the spiritual layer of anxiety. I hope this makes sense, all of you. So that's why I wanted to say that this guidance that I will be providing in our TV show is not 101 practices. Absolutely, it is not kindergarten holistic healing. It is significantly coming from the source as a holistic health mentor, but beyond that, and holistic doctor, physician's point of view, which I'm managing, helping, assisting my clients. Over 15,000 clients I have helped over 26 years, 2 decades, and I live my lifestyle accordingly. So please understand, these practices are proven. There's no guesswork. I will be guiding you in specific way to make sure you heal fantastically. With natural methods, embracing holistic health. So let's talk about that, as I said. So obviously taking control and self-care practices are so important. So let's look into the mind first. And I may say some of the chants or sing on these shows, and just bear with me because I love to bring you from authentic source and absolutely from where it is designed 10,000 years back. 5,000 years back. Okay, so understand, something that stayed for 10,000 years, something that stayed for 5,000 years is gold, right? It is pure. It is absolutely stayed in the whole source of time frame, because it is so good, so proven, and those are the practices I'm guiding you to. So chintyam vicharyam uhyam cha sankalpameva cha. Chintyam vicharyam uhyam cha dheyam sankalpameva cha, right? So these are the functions of mind. You don't know, the sages who guided us to the holistic health were such scientific sages, and they wrote down everything. And the functions of mind are chintyam, thinking, vicharyam, assessment, vicharyam, uyam, reasoning, day-to-day activities, whether it's work, whether it's food, whether it's exercise, we are absolutely reasoning whether it's fit for me, not fit for me. So chintyam vicharyam uyam dheya. What is the goal here? Goal here, right? So dheyam, obviously, chintyam vicharyam uyam cha dheyam sankalpa, affirmations, positive affirmations, right? I started this episode saying this is the best time in the universe right now. Coincidentally, we are having 14 January 2020 to be Sankranti. It's the best time that sun is going from South Pole to North Pole. We are putting positive affirmations, friend. We are putting positive affirmations for our holistic healing, and that is Sankalpa Mevacha. So these are the functions of mind. So understand, though we actually have anxiety layers, it can be physical causes, it can be emotional mental causes, it can be spiritual cause, but understand, anxiety is always imbalance of the mind. Because mind is the function of the mind is thinking. That's the first function, chintyam. So first function of the mind is thinking, okay? And when we start having the imbalance at the mind level, that's where first function of the mind, chintyam, thinking, goes in imbalance. I hope this is making sense to all of you. So that means the thinking become racing thoughts. Thinking becomes overstimulation. I hope you understand this. Thinking becomes overthinking. Thinking becomes absolutely racing thoughts. And when the racing thoughts show up, that's the layer of anxiety we start experiencing. So another cause for that is we are not in the moment, right? Because whenever we have chinta, whenever we have absolutely anxiety, that means we are thinking in future. So we are thinking in future, saying, oh, whether I have the job, whether I will maintain my finances, whether I have security in future, whether I have financial security in future, whether I can protect my family, whether I can protect my loved ones, when my health is declining, how can I sustain in my health? By the way, I just came from India, so I'm having little pollution issue from India, little struggling there. So make sure, so you have to understand that we go into this future mode, and we are not in present, in the moment mode, right? So these are the layers. I'm just pointing out some of the aspect of thinking, how we should begin, how should even we begin looking into anxiety. It's not just anxiety and take a pill, and anxiety, what should I do, and struggle, right? It is the specific way to find the cause of anxiety, and understanding anxiety is a imbalance of the mind, okay? And please understand, in conventional healthcare, always physical healthcare is taken consideration. Somewhere when it comes to mental health, we are only limited to psychiatry and psychology, where again antidepressant and sleep medications are recommended, but they absolutely don't have beyond that the understanding of mind and how it functions and how that can go in imbalance, and beyond that what can be the natural holistic way remedies that you can bring the mind in balance, so you can have sense of calm and joy, and you can have a balanced health. I hope this makes sense. So that is why anxiety is a very important aspect that we want to kind of look into as a mental imbalance, which affects every layer, The mental imbalance affects physical layer, the physical struggle, because with anxiety most often is a weight issue, because people will put on weight, people will have hormone imbalance, people will have sleep issues, people will have low energy, and that is what anxiety points out to, or anxiety results into. It's a physical layer. Anxiety with mental and emotional layer is obviously we are going to feel just overwhelmed, right? And that second part I'm going to go into the episode 2, because I don't want to go complete lecturing in this show, just as mental layer, emotional layer, spiritual layer. So let's take it to today. Mind, overthinking, thinking goes into overthinking, thinking goes into racing thoughts. And I will take here a minute, because many of you are putting some comments here. So yes, I see. Yes, love it. Priscilla, yes, definitely. This is how it works. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I feel the anxiety starts and have to catch myself, tell myself to stop it. Yes, Linda, exactly. Because anxiety doesn't, affect typical in a day, afternoon I feel anxiety, or evening. That might be more, but anxiety starts right when you wake up in the day, and you start having that continuously shadow that moves with you as you move with your day, right? Anxiety is a shadow that moves with you over the day, and somewhere it can be up and down during the day, but anxiety exists, and it is so true that it is absolutely there as you wake up your eyes and you start feeling anxious, right? So that is why it is important to go first and take a step back and understand 2 points I just summarized from this. One, anxiety is a mental imbalance, and anxiety is always overstimulated mind, which the first function of the mind is thinking. It goes into racing thoughts. So even if you can understand this much from this episode, let's now go into understanding how to start healing anxiety, because for now we have been discussing the direction of thinking and managing and understanding anxiety on day-to-day level. For now, we were discussing the direction we want to take in thinking, the root cause of anxiety. The anxiety is a mental imbalance, and anxiety obviously is the first function of the mind, which is thinking, will go into racing thoughts, right? And that is what we covered right now. The second thing we covered, it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but mental, emotional, spiritual aspect I will be talking into next episodes, because first we want to go into understanding how to even begin healing anxiety, how to even start putting our attention to start healing anxiety, taking control of our health. So just wanted to make sure I address my points, because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yes, I'm right on my points. I never am scripted, friends. I'm never off scripted. I just put my important points to keep the flow of the talk, conversation, but also not miss any important point. And the third important thing, I want to make sure we utilize our time in the best possible way, right? That's why I have my pointers, just pointers, to make sure I'm flowing in the right way of conversation, guiding you into the exact way I need to point out to the important points, the thought process, and then guiding you to the tools and strategies how you can embrace to design your holistic health. So that's why I will be a little addressing my pointers, but I definitely covered all the points I have written here, and now we want to absolutely start going into the tools and techniques. So first thing first. Awareness is the powerful tool for mind balance. Awareness, okay? I'm going to guide you 3 steps to begin right now. One thing is awareness. Please understand, because it is not physical health issue in that sense, there is no such thing that you can add pill, okay? Pill will just feel you little time being little better. Because it is mental layer, we have to use tools for the mind. Tools for the physical health are different, tools for mental health are different, and tools for the spiritual health, emotional health are different. Tools for strategies for physical health healing are different, strategies for mental health are different, and strategies for emotional health, spiritual health are different. So that is why we want to understand mental imbalance as anxiety on day-to-day level, low, moderate, or even too much anxiety if you're already taking medications. First layer for mental health, to become aware of that fact. Become aware. Many times we are so much go lifestyle that we just pop a pill and we just put that like on the backside, and we just go move in our day and projects. No. We want to first bring our health as a priority, right? That is the first thing, friends. We want to bring our health as a priority, because let's admit, anxiety or any health struggle for that matter affect every area of our life. Health obviously affects our day-to-day productivity. Health affects our absolutely what you call financial goals. It helps your business, whether you are in job, whether you are stay-at-home parent. Health affects if you're supporting your in-laws, your family, if you want to travel, if you want to go hike, spike, try, whatever dreams you have. Health affect relationships so much that many times people have come to me for relationship issues, right? And I have to reverse engineering to manage the health holistically, so relationship have improved. So understand, this is why it is called reverse engineering. People come to me with the struggles of health as a holistic mentor, but many times the cause is the relationship stresses. And those relationship stresses, we have to reverse engineering to address the health, so that relationship kind of can come into the alignments and positive aspect. So let's look into the mental health layer. The first thing is awareness. Putting your health first is so important. And I always say that when you start coming out of the conventional healthcare only approach and start looking for holistic approaches, many modalities talk about it, saying put your attention to yourself, put your health first. But in Ayurvedic healing, we want to go strategic, have a plan, and also be consistent. Okay, we want to go strategic, we want to have a plan, and we want to be consistent. So not just a general way of saying putting your health first, putting your self-care practices first, but literally having right strategy, understanding the physiology I just explained, and understanding the cause, understanding the layer, understanding the struggles, understanding where it is affecting, typically whether it's on its own, whether it's a part of any other health concerns that I'm experiencing right now. So all these are physiological aspects we have to think about as we go into healing anxiety. I hope this is making sense to all of you, because it is not quick fix. We want to dig in to understand ourselves. We want to dig in, understand where are we struggling, awareness. And as we become aware, and as we want to bring our health first, which is not a general way of saying, it is having strategy, plan, and consistency. I hope this is making sense. So now let's look into starting to heal anxiety, beginning to heal anxiety, and that's where I want to guide you basically. So the first step, because it is mental health balance, we have to find mental health strategy and mental health tool, which is the first thing is awareness. It is not food, it is not pill, it is not exercise, it is not any other practices, friends. It is becoming aware, okay? Acknowledging the fact that I'm having certain level of anxiety, whether it is low level, moderate or high, which is already I'm on medication. First thing is to become aware. And you know what? When you become aware, you win 50% of the battle. You win 50% of the battle. Just becoming aware, 50% of the battle is over, because mind is in tune as now with the mental tool you are providing. You are being specific, you are becoming strategic, you are becoming absolutely embracing health with a plan, and then I will guide you to the consistency. So mind understand that you are now providing specific tool which is for the mental imbalance. I hope this makes sense. It is very specific way. I work for 26 years, friend. I know what I'm talking about. My clients always say she knows what she talks about. Yes, yes, and yes. You know, because in my program, as I always say, my clients say this holistic healing, this Ayurveda healing, do not dare not to work. Do not dare not to work. I will make sure you will get the strategy tools and you will have the breakthroughs and transformation you need to have, putting this time and absolutely your resources. I take you very seriously and I make sure I'm in your shoes. I'm in your shoes, right? So very importantly, understand that now the mind is understanding that it is not just the food, it is not just the physical health layer, it is not just the practice as of exercise, it is not just organic food, but it is the mental tool you are providing for mental imbalance. I hope this makes sense. For a mental imbalance, mental health care, mental imbalance, mental strategy, tools that we need to embrace. And the first tool is awareness. With awareness, you become literally 50% winner, 50% winner. Because now you have acknowledged, and now I'm guiding you to the next step, which is self-enquiry. Self-enquiry. So after awareness comes the self-enquiry. Where I am, why am I struggling? Self-enquiry, right? So second step after awareness, please understand I'm guiding you strategically. I'm guiding you with a specific plan here, and that is why the second step is absolutely self-enquiry. Please understand, as your holistic health mentor, as I decided to start this absolutely weekly TV show, as I have been developing this episode number 1, I did not go in saying do this tea or do this food or do this exercise. No, friends. We always have to go understand in a big picture, first the physiology, the root cause, a specific way we are struggling, where we are struggling, why we are struggling, what is the layer we are struggling, and whether it's a part of a struggle on its own or whether it is already coming with other health concern I am experiencing. This is the summary I gave you. So that is why half of the time I spent here to explain you how to think about it, how to develop the mindset about it, how to understand on that level of root level and physiology. And now we are going and talking about the tools and strategies, and that's how we have to go about it. So first is easy, okay? I hope connection is now back, because something yeah. So awareness is absolutely, some of you may be new to this, right? Some of may be new to this. So awareness, if you are already into some of these practices, you understand. But you might not know what is awareness. So let's talk about awareness. Just breathe in and breathe out. Okay? And as you breathe in and breathe out, your mind comes back. the mind is going into different channels. So mind is coming back, and as you feel mind is coming back, you feel you are in the moment present. You are in the moment present. That is the space, that is the pace of awareness. That is the space of awareness. Awareness is just to bring your mind back to you. Okay, what does that mean? Where does my mind go? Yes, your mind travels. Your mind travels to the attachments you have in emotions. Your mind travels to the physical aspect of the things that you have. You want to go exercise, buy the car, go in the mall, get a dress, whatever. Your mind goes into obviously the layer where you are thinking and worrying about your family, your loved ones. All these channels minds go. You have to bring it back. And bringing back mind to connect back to your physical body and your spiritual level, body, mind and soul. You have to bring your mind back to your physical level and spiritual level and connect it back. That is a pace, and that is a space of awareness. Awareness. Just being there in the moment is awareness. Now I hope this is helping and making sense, so that, and show me some some emojis, some thumbs up, some love, some of your showing, because yes, I'm going very intense. I'm going very intense because my program processes are not kindergarten processes. My programs are not 101 processes. I repeat, it cannot be lighter, because healthcare is a serious thing, and healthcare is important in terms of integrative approach to healthcare. We want to understand in this context, to be specific, to be strategic, to have a plan and be consistent. Okay, so let's look into the next thing. Self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is a second tool after awareness to balance your mind and reduce your anxiety, reverse your anxiety, and that is the talking I'm having now, is a self-inquiry. Self-inquiry. So after you become aware, inhale, exhale, bring your mind back. That is awareness, being in the present. Now you are going into self-inquiry. The self-inquiry step is a step where you will put down on a paper or on your notepad, after you bring aware, that where is my anxiety coming from, right? Is it too much physical overwhelm? I'm managing my cooking, I'm managing my day-to-day shopping, I'm picking up my kids, I'm going to take the kids for activities, I'm going to help my mother, I'm going to visit my in-laws, I'm going on this retreat, I'm developing my 2020 business vision plan. Where are you? Where are you? Is it coming on the physical overwhelm, right? Too many activities at a time. Is it coming on the physical level, physical layers? You have to point it out. Self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is so important. Where is it coming from? Second step. Question number one. Where is my anxiety coming from? Number one. Number two. Where I have lost myself in this. Why I am not important to me. Why I am not important to me, right? Please understand again, this is very important. Self-inquiry is about where all these layers are pulling me down and how I can uplift myself, my health, my priorities as a first place to manage my day-to-day lifestyle. That is it. Self-inquiry is to bringing you from all these areas. As you see, there are piles of papers and piles of stuff, and something is underneath. That's where you are. If you are into all this physical overwhelm, you are down somewhere there, and all this physical overwhelm is upon you. Okay, so now with self-inquiry, you are releasing all these layers, absolutely, and bringing yourself out, and all these overwhelmed layers you are taking out, and with self-inquiry, you are bringing yourself out of that overwhelmed thoughts or overwhelmed position. I hope this is making sense to you, because this is anxiety is mental health imbalance, friends. I have to guide you in specific way how to go about it, addressing mental absolutely strategies and tools. Okay, so first thing we talk about is awareness, and I explained some of you who are new what is awareness. Just being in the moment, breathing, breathe out. Make sure you bring your mind back, And by the way, what do you mean by bringing mind back? When you inhale, exhale five times, automatically mind comes back. You do not have to do any efforts here. You do not have to do any efforts here. It comes back, and that's where the awareness, 50% of the battle is won with the awareness too. Now we are going into the self-enquiry. Now self-enquiry is where you will first understand where this is coming from. Not just taking pill, visiting my psychiatrist or going to my doctors. I want to know, where is this coming from? Okay, is it physical overwhelm? I am managing so many things and so many layers. But this is a fact of modern lifestyle, that we have to go into multiple projects, right? Multiple things. But I will guide you how that can be literally easily worked out, that you can do everything you are supposed to do without feeling anxious. See, every time you have some level of pressure to reach at some place or to kind of go there, that is a normal state, right? So you also have to differentiate the layer of normal state of going at some place, reaching at some point, having certain concerns for your meetings, worrying over your child. These are somewhere the normal layers. These are not going to affect your health, okay? These are not going to affect your health, and that is a normal layer. But importantly, we want to go on the layer of where it is imbalanced health, right? Where it is affecting our physical health, causing me weight issue, sleep issue, low energy, chronic sickness, constipation, gases, bloating, IBS, migraine. All of these layers, if they are showing, then obviously we have to understand that this is an absolutely imbalanced layer of anxiety, right? So I hope this is making sense to all of you, friends. Please give me some thoughts. That I want to keep it lighter. But this is how it is, and this is how I should give you, because it is coming from original, authentic source, from the sages. For 10,000 years, 5,000 practices, 5,000 years these practices are explained, and this is what I am supporting my clients for over 2 decades now, out of my office program, and also now have stepped up nationally, internationally. All of you who are connecting me from all of these places, from California, Hawaii, Germany, Australia. I just want to make sure you are supported and understand these layers of how to design your holistic health. So now let's go into the next tool. So I talked about awareness, then I talked about self-inquiry, then understanding. A little complex word I'm going to use here is called Vata imbalance. So this is a Vata imbalance in Ayurvedic healing. What does that mean? Typically, our life force energy, Vata is our life force energy. Our life force energy is moving in a certain channel, and our life force energy is a controller of our mind. Write it down. Our prana, our life force energy, is controlling our mind. It is the only governing way the mind moves. Okay. I will drink some water here. I always drink water with my silver cup, so understand this. Yeah, so making sure that mind is governed by Vata imbalance. Mind is governed by prana, the life force energy. And that is the third thing you have to listen. After understanding the physiology, I am giving you 3 things to understand. Awareness, self-inquiry, and third thing is to promote life force energy practices. Life force energy practices, which is called prana, vata, because entire mind and functions are under control of vata, which is life force energy. Okay, so not only understanding where it is coming from and the physiology and specific understanding whether it's physical, mental, emotional layer, you have to understand that who is governing the mind. The subtle energy that is governing the mind is prana, the life force energy. So it is not about water going in this channel or that channel. What is the facet that is controlling the water? I hope this makes sense. It is not whether water is going in this channel, whether it's river, whether it's ocean, whether it's small stream, but where is the tap? And that tap is life force energy. That controller is life force energy. So if you control, or if you put attention to the vata, the prana, the life force energy, automatically your mind will go into the channel you desire in a right peaceful way. So I hope this makes sense. So that is why third thing after self inquiry is to understand life force energy, prana. Okay, because life force energy controls the mind. So understand, this is episode 1 of this TV show, which is going to run under like 40-50 minutes. And understand that I gave you the physiology of the mental anxiety, anxiety and mental layer. I gave you understanding on absolutely the physiology, the root cause, how you should understand mental health healing, mental healing with the specific healing tools for mind, and then I'm guiding you to specific tools and strategies that mind recognizes, mind needs supports for, because anxiety is a mental health imbalance. I hope you are getting this. This is a strategic way to understand healing for anxiety. So awareness, self-inquiry, putting yourself out of that pile of physical overwhelm you are maybe, and bringing you out of that pile. And third thing is to make sure you get into bringing life force energy practices, which I'm going to guide you now. So let's look into now exact way we can help with starting healing with the anxiety. First thing first is breathing. Breathing helps awareness, breathing helps self-inquiry, and breathing also helps with controlling that life force energy. One single tool can help you on all these 3 levels. Bringing you awareness, which is mental health tool number 1 to heal anxiety, which is the 50% of the battle you win. The second is self-inquiry. Breathing helps you with becoming alert and active and being specific. And third, breathing helps you with prana, the life force energy control. So let's look into these practices. Inhale with me, exhale. As you inhale, your chest should be completely filled with air and your stomach should be coming forward. And slowly exhale. And as you exhale, your belly will go inside and your chest will contract. Inhale, exhale. So as you start doing these breathing practices, and you can do this in multiple times in a day. As Linda said in the morning, Linda, you have sense of anxiety, start breathing in, breathing out 5, 10, 15 times. Now at the breakfast, do that again for 5 times. Then at the lunch, do that at 5 times. Then at the dinner, do that at 5 times. So it is very easy. In fact, when you are also waiting in the car for your child to pick up, inhale, exhale 3 times. It's very easy. What you are doing is just bringing your mind back with awareness. It is very doable. It is immediately actionable. It's very doable. It's immediately actionable. Doesn't need any money. So understand, there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing this. Write down on your refrigerator note. Write down on your kitchen note. Write down on your bedroom wall. Breathing first. First tool is breathing. The second tool is, I always talk about, is that having the herb tea. And the simple tea, 1 ingredient tea, is fennel seeds. Just boil fennel seeds, nothing else. You do not have to go into any complex tea. You do not have to go into any other herbal tea. Just bring fennel seeds. Boil the 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds in the water for 2 minutes, or simmer for 3 minutes. Boil for 2 minutes or simmer for 3 minutes. And then you can even drink like that, or you can strain it. Either way is fine. Start drinking fennel tea. Okay. Now fennel tea, what does it do? Fennel ignites your digestive power. Many times our anxiety and struggles are because of our poor digestion and sluggish metabolism. poor digestion and sluggish metabolism. And that's why if you have this fennel seed tea, it starts cleansing that mucus, that toxicity, ignites your digestive fire, and because it is warm, it absolutely helps prana, the life force energy, So simple tool after breathing is absolutely fennel seeds tea. Simple tip, fennel seeds tea. Understand, this does not have any side effect. It does not have any drug interaction. So if you're already on your medications, your doctor's pills, of any other health concerns that you are already, chronic sickness you have, and you are taking medication, these tools will only help heal you in every area. So do not be worrying or concerned that I am having already this medication, or I'm already doing this, aspect, and can I embrace this? You can totally embrace this, because this is very wonderful way of holistic healing. Though we are talking about mental health, it helps you on every layer of imbalance you are struggling with. So fennel seed tea is very important. And then finally, and we are perfectly in time of 45 minutes, 50 minutes or 60 minutes of this TV show, is finally we want to understand that, and this you can embrace or not embrace, but I am just going to give you anyways. I told you, first is breathing, second is fennel tea seeds, and third thing is simply applying oil to your body. I cannot tell you how important it is, because life force energy, vata, needs nurturing warm oil. Now, what kind of oil? You can have coconut oil for your head, for your feet, that is fine. For head and feet, coconut oil is fine. But for the body, you need sesame oil. And if you want to even mix half and half sesame oil and half coconut oil, and apply to the body, either after shower. Yes, after shower, when you have wiped your body is still little wet, you can apply this oil and leave on the body like you would apply any cream or lotion. So that is how you need to apply the oil 2 or 3 times in a week. 2 or 3 times. Please understand, I have also shared this before and I'll repeat this. These are the tools you need to be consistent 2 times, 3 times, 4 times in a week. Even if you do, they give you long benefits. Understand? Doesn't have to be, now I have to add another thing, right? No. You can absolutely do 1 or 2 or all these 3 things 1 or 2 or 3 days in a week. Consistency is key to success. So I hope this is making sense. We discussed the struggles of anxiety that affects everything, the productivity, because what we want to have is optimum productivity. Our goals, our affirmations, our obviously financial goals, to make money, run the business, do the job, support family, have a secure future, protect future, have health, obviously support everyone in the health. Everything is affected because of anxiety issues. Second thing is, anxiety is either you have to look it on its own, or it is a part of already another health concerns that you are experiencing and also having medications, and you have to look into that as well. The third thing we discussed is anxiety is a mental imbalance. And thinking is the first function of the mind, and when mind gets in imbalance, thinking becomes overthinking, or thinking becomes racing thoughts. Okay, and that is why subtle layer you start experiencing the anxiety. The physiology. Now, understanding that, we have to also look into what are the layers or cause the anxiety is coming from. Whether it's a physical overwhelm, which is what we're talking in this episode. The next episode, part 2, I will be talking emotional and mental layer of anxiety, where it's coming from, emotional and mental layer of anxiety. And in episode 3, I will be talking about spiritual layer of anxiety. So we are talking about physical overwhelm. The mind goes into so many channels with so many tasks and projects we are trying to achieve, and that is why we start getting this absolutely overstimulation where mind goes into absolutely what you call racing thoughts. So I'm giving you the physiology of anxiety, and once you understand physiology of anxiety being it's a mental imbalance, we have to be strategic, embracing mental healing tools. Mental healing tools. It is not just food or exercise or organic food or grass-fed meats or release processed foods or not have dairy. These are general rules. Many times we go into saying holistic health is about not eating processed food. Holistic health about reducing the sugar. Holistic health about is having grass-fed meats. That is okay, but these are very general rules. It's not specific. We want to go specific and strategic, understanding that this is mental layer of imbalance, and for that we need mental tools to heal the anxiety. Mental tools to heal the anxiety, holistic tools. And that's where I told you about the 3 steps: awareness, self-inquiry, and introducing life energy prana practices. This is the first absolutely way you have to go into dealing with your anxiety issues. And then I was guiding you to the 3 tools. So the 3 are strategies: awareness, self-inquiry, and third is introducing life force energy prana practices. These are strategies. These are mental balancing strategies. Now I talked about tools. Breathing, inhale, exhale. Bring your mind back. Breathing helps awareness. Breathing helps self-inquiry, and breathing is absolutely perfect to control your life force energy. One tool can help every layer. So that is why breathing. The second I talked about is fennel seeds tea. Bringing and boiling fennel seeds for 2 minutes, 3 minutes of simmering, drinking it over the day, afternoon, morning. Absolutely beautiful, because it will ignite your digestion, and your metabolism starts getting better. Your anxiety levels will drop down. That's the second tool. And the third tool I talked to you about is simply applying oil to the body. But remember, oil has to be lukewarm, no cold oil, because life force energy does not like cold. Write it down. Life force energy, prana, does not like cold. And that is why awareness, when you breathe in, understand when you breathe out, the air is warm, because body process it to make it warm. Okay. Second to herb tea is warm, obviously. And third thing is oil has to be warm. Lukewarm oil to be applied to the body, head and feet, coconut oil, entire body, half sesame, half coconut, lukewarm oil. Either apply after shower, when you wipe the body and then body is little wet, you can apply it as a lotion or cream, or at bedtime. If you don't mind your sheets getting little oily, but your health is important, so you want to make sure, but your partner, your spouse may not like it, and that's why you need to look into what are the possibilities you can embrace these tools and strategies. So I hope this is absolutely helpful, and here we come with exactly 1 hour our TV show. I hope this was helpful. Please understand, as your health mentor, holistic health mentor, I'm here to support you, guide you. I will see you in the next episode next Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. We will go into understanding healing anxiety in emotional and mental layers. I hope this was helpful. Start practicing. Just be consistent. Don't be overwhelmed. These are self-nurturing practices. Absolutely beautiful. Loving yourself, warming yourself with that self-love is so important in balancing health, balancing your mind, body, soul, and healing your anxiety. So I hope this is helpful. This is the way we want to go into the directly understanding, embracing holistic healing. And I will see you in the next episode of my weekly TV show, which is 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, part 2 of healing anxiety we will be talking about emotional and mental layer of healing anxiety. I will see you there. I can't wait to support you in designing your holistic health. I will see you shortly, and meanwhile we will be also putting on our tribe the visual recaps from this episode. So make sure you are in our tribe and invite your friends and family in our tribe who would definitely be absolutely benefited from these conversations of holistic healing Ayurveda. Okay, and if you want to watch this episode later, go and subscribe my YouTube channel, because this absolutely episode will be posted on my YouTube channel, Heal Without a Pill, Dr. Lina Thakar YouTube channel. So I will see you shortly. Can't wait to go into episode number 2 of my weekly show, Absolutely Healing Anxiety, Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. I will see you in episode number 2. Namaste.